There I was again, depressed and home alone, wondering why the hell I ate 5,000 calories in pizza, drenched in ranch dressing, and a Kit Kat bar for dessert. Fighting off this food coma stronger than a punch from Mike Tyson. I just wanted the freedom of a remote job. I didn't think it would have some sort of weird void that came with it. Remote workers are suffering from loneliness 98% more than in-office workers. I'm one of those 98%. And after skill building my way into this dream career of mine, I found that there may be a little bit of a dark side working remotely all the time. So let's chat about this loneliness epidemic. I'm going to go over 3 things that help me beat the loneliness to death. And then I'm going to do more for you. I'm going to go over benefits of why they should be remote or move to remote. Stay tuned. If you're a professional homebody like me, you know how easy it is to stay home 7 days a week. Don't lie to yourself. It's just kind of normal. Sure, isolation may lead to depression, but depression is more complex than if you're just lonely or not. Lucky for us, remote workers do have perks, so we can beat that homebody into submission. So we're going to discuss some of those perks later on and what you can do to utilize those. But first, let's start with the basics to understand how loneliness, depression, and remote work may be connected. Let me know in the comments, do you think loneliness, depression, and remote work are all intertwined? Is this a conspiracy theory? I don't know. Maybe conspiracy theory isn't the right word. You tell me. If you go online searching for what are the signs of depression, the list can get as long as a 10-year-old's Christmas list. But I notice a few things with myself. Maybe you see the same things. Let me know. Long story short, depression sucks. It's easy to minimize, thinking it's just normal. I do it all the time. I minimize a lot of shit. I'm sure you do too. But, don't worry, I'm not calling you out. It's your job to do. I want you to look for spikes in the following signs. And really, get help if you need it, because I'm not a professional. But I'm just here to remind you that it's okay to ask for help. Number 1, appetite changes. Are you eating an entire pizza, Kit Kat, and more? I like to add a lot of ranch dressing to my pizza. I'm one of those guys. No shame. Be mindful of significant weight loss or gain during eating habits. I know for me that's one of the first signs of something's going on with my life. I'm eating way too much. Number 2 is social withdrawal. Have you decided to stay home permanently? Have you forgot what the sun feels like? Yeah, I'm pretty pale. I'm pretty bald. Some people might say I'm a vampire. But if you're starting to avoid social interactions, even with close friends and family, and just not wanting to leave the house more and more and more, that's a sign. Numero 3, persistent sadness or hopelessness. It's like you're at the therapist and they're like, hey, do you have these lingering hopelessness moments? Yeah, it's a real thing. Feeling down most of the time for no apparent reason and no longer enjoying the things you used to enjoy. It's another sign that, this loneliness, all of this stuff, all of these combinations of things in your life may be a sign of depression. Does that mean it's loneliness? I'm not here to tell you that. You're here to figure it out yourself. So if you're getting this persistent sads, you don't want to go outside, you just don't really care to be around people, you just kind of are like this hermit, and you're just eating a lot, maybe you're not eating at all. Sometimes I wish I had that problem. For me, I'm a big fat cow. So really just look for spikes and things like that. I just really want to talk about some of the things of what depression really is. Again, that's only 3 things. When I've researched this online, there's way too many to list, so I'm not going to bore you to death. Now you know some things. Moving on to better things. Loneliness is not the sole cause of depression. I've been hinting at it. Did you notice? When depression hit me like a brick shithouse, I didn't even care how much I was eating, spending on DoorDash, avoiding the gym. And I like the gym. It makes me feel good. I used to think that was like my only hobby. So, no shame. And sometimes I really just love being alone more than I love myself. If every day feels like a 5,000 calorie coma, distinguish what's gotten you there. I've been lonely and certainly been depressed, whether I believed it or not. But guess what, fam? Being lonely as a remote worker wasn't the sole cause of this disgusting activities that I mentioned. I'm sure I'm not alone in some of these things. So comment below if you're curious about how I got out of that dark pit. Maybe you're in a dark pit. I think that's what about communities like this are all about. What we go on YouTube for. Free learning is the first step to taking the next step into your career, learning about yourself, anything. All right, let's talk about overcoming loneliness while you're working remotely. Have you ever thought how stupid you were after finding a solution that just seemed so simple? It was right there the whole time and you just kind of ignored it? Yeah, I know, it sounds a little bit cliche, but there's truth behind it. That's why you're hearing it all the time. And if you're nervous about becoming a freelancer, being remote, working from home, or maybe you're super stoked about that, I've got something special for you. I'm going to link it at the top here. It discusses the top 10 reasons to be a remote freelancer and just all those good little perks that you get. So let's get back to it. What are those solutions? Yes, these may seem a little cliche. I really don't care. They work for me, and I'm just here to share it with you. Number 1, get ready. Leave the house. Get out and work somewhere for a few hours. Don't overcomplicate it, overthink it. Choose any location that helps you stay productive. What I do, I go to a coffee shop. I want you to do the same. Go to a coffee shop that you can stay focused at, order something, chat with the person at the register, ask how their day was. There you go. You just talked to someone. Find somewhere comfy, take a plop, put on some noise-canceling headphones, get to work. Brownie points if you talk to more than one person at the register. You just got a gold star, my friend. It's really just being around other human beings. Arthur Brooks, famous for studying the science around happiness, mentioned in a podcast I was listening to on the way back with driving home from Vegas in the most boring drive of my life with my friend. And I remember something very clearly that I always remember now is being around people helps you stay more content and also helps you avoid those bad habits that you do at home. So if you're scatterbrained at home, trying to do chores, trying to do whatever, I don't care what it is, maybe you're playing video games, maybe you just really can't break those habits, so just try getting out for a few hours. Just test yourself. It doesn't have to be a coffee shop, it just needs to be out there. Do it. Number 2, schedule weekly visits. I don't know about you guys. I live by my calendar. God, am I type A? I don't know. My friends would probably say a bit. But do you see friends or family at least once a week? It only takes one person. One, what works is having one rock solid friend who has a similar interests to yours. Being antisocial may be easy, but get out and work together for a day, or just go meet up and hang out for a while. I don't care. Again, it's just socializing and being around someone. It's not complicated, and having a friend that's on that similar path can be motivating as hell. My friend and I go work from a coffee shop maybe once a week. I go over to his house. I bring my dog over. Our dogs can play. Sometimes we just work from his house. It really doesn't matter. But the fact that we're both designers, the fact that we like to create content, the fact that we just happen to know each other since high school, yes, it's really helpful. I don't have a lot of friends, but I do have really good friends. And I tell you what, that shit is worth its weight in gold. I don't care whether we don't get along sometimes or we do. I would never trade these people for anything. Number 3, stop trying to do more. Your brain gives you clues if it's being overwhelmed. So if you generally miss these clues, start writing down observations in a daily journal. I subscribe to some silly Stoic newsletter. Can you guys tell me why everybody's obsessed with Stoic things and Romans these days? I'm a man. I guess Roman culture and Stoicism is kind of cool. Maybe this is not a good example. The point is, even my therapists in the past have said just start have a journal, write these things down. Getting thoughts out of your head, that's the whole point of it. It's not that you're going to go back and keep this journal and remember it forever and treasure it like it's your precious. The point is that you're getting that shit out of your head, putting on a piece of paper, now it's gone. What a great thing about that is, as well, is you can start writing down those things that maybe triggered you for the day. Why the hell were you not eating? Why the hell were you eating too much? Blah, 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 blah. Just write one page a day. It's been helping me a lot. Self-reflection will eventually lead to avoiding the same mistakes. I told you guys, it's these things. These things are really simple, but simplifying will soothe your mind, and it's gonna give it the space it needs to breathe, priming it back up, recharging to get you back on track. Because that's where we all want to be, right? We just want to be back at that peak. We just want to be hustling 7 days a week again. Newsflash, you don't need to be working 7 days a week, but you need to be happier. You don't need to be lonely. Working remotely does not cause depression. It's a mix of shit, you guys. It's complicated. We're all unique. So just remember the 3 things I just told you. Leave the damn house. Schedule 1 weekly visit with friend, family, a human being. 3, stop trying to do so much shit. You're stressing yourself out. Okay. We went over 3 things that I do to help me with loneliness as a remote worker. Now we're going to get into the benefits of working from home. So, what are the perks if you're an employee working from home, just like me? So, listen up, folks. Remember that video I linked earlier? I hope you went there and watched that. But I'll give you some clues here as well. These are some little personal favorites. So, by working remotely, you can save up to $12,000. Yes, I'll put the sources in the description. I'm not pulling these out of my butthole. Sorry, Mom. I shouldn't say butthole. You know what I mean. If dollar signs don't excite you, let's talk about the benefits. I want you to leave with a happy ending, guys. So if the dollar signs didn't perk you up a little bit, let's review the perks. These are what our in-office workers don't really get. My personal favorite, number 1, unlimited coffee tasting, hot, sweet bean juice. Take the tour to coffee in your local area. If you love coffee, I think you already know that I do too. Personally, I love my Nespresso at home as well. Please let me know if someone else is addicted to Nespresso pods as much as me. I might even start a fan club. The best thing about this is you can go around, we can try different places, we can try different coffee. I just highly recommend you don't buy the most expensive drink on the menu. I try to go somewhere like once a week or maybe a few times a week, but I'm ordering like a flat white or I'm ordering maybe a cold brew. Sometimes I like really sugary seasonal drinks. Hell, I'm all over the place, guys. The point is, I just like coffee. So if you do too, boom, there's a perk. Look on the bright side, guys. Come on. Number 2, family time. Valuable time with your dog, your kids, mothers and fathers, anything in between now. You can build an income easier than ever before while raising a family. Let's be real, it's not easy. Raising a family, I honestly have no clue what that's even like. I have a dog, and I think that's difficult and depressing when I have to see his puppy dog eyes whenever I leave. This guy is 12 years old. You think it's easy leaving him behind? I simply just got to tell him, like, hey, dude, I got to get out. I need a little bit of happiness today. So what do? I put on some peaceful piano for him, and he waits home. That's okay. The point is, having time with family, far better than anything else in the world. Just like having those close friends. So number 3, scheduling freedom. Work when you want, how you want. Strive for a career where you're empowered to do whatever the hell you want as long as you deliver the agreed upon results. Not all remote work is like that. I worked for Amazon and I hated my life. That is exactly why I became a designer. That was one of the catalysts that made me who I am right now, making these videos, trying to tell people that you can get a damn job without a college degree, even if you've been working customer service all your life. You can double your income. I'm telling you guys, scheduling freedom is crazy. I never thought I could just go leave and go to the doctor if I needed to, or go have lunch with my mom, if she's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, Dana. And I'm like, you know what? Mom, I got you. Let's make time. Let's do this. Scheduling freedom really does boost you up a little bit and makes you feel confident. It makes you feel like a boss. And as long as you can stay productive and get your shit done, guys, that's what matters. Be a good worker while you got that flexibility. Don't make us look bad, please. All right, last one here for us remote workers. Sorry, there's just too many benefits. So, locational freedom. Being a digital nomad is this whole fad right now. It's this cool word. I personally suck at trying to concentrate when I'm traveling. I'm really trying to work on that. I haven't really got to travel ever in my life until I changed my careers. And as long as you can focus while you're on the road, the entire world is at your fingertips. See these spirit fingers? Yeah. Go out there and travel. Just remember, get your shit done. So even though I struggle to focus while I'm traveling, it's a muscle to flex. Get better at it. I highly suggest finding places when you're looking that you can have a little area where it's peaceful, that you know you're going to concentrate, whether that's a coffee shop nearby, whether it's a hotel room. I don't care. What are you trying to unlock by changing your career, guys? Is it locational freedom? Is it to be with your kids? Is it to have an open schedule? Is it to sip hot bean juice everywhere in your area because you're addicted to coffee? It really doesn't matter. The point is that there is perks. If you're an employee or someone like me, would you leave a job for more flexibility? I already told you my answer. And I'll say it again. Move to remote work before it's too late. If you're working alone and you feel isolated, like me, you probably suck at your conversation skills a little bit. I'm not here to judge you, because I'm right there with you, pal. I made this little challenge. We're going to link it up here again. Check it out. So when you go to that coffee shop, working from your cool laptop, with your headphones on, being productive and such, check out this video. See if you can do this in your next week. Let me know. If you think it's stupid, also let me know. I love that too. It's to help break away that lonely awkwardness and build more conversational skills to make adventuring outside your home a little bit easier. Taking action and making simple steps to change your work routine will help you fight the loneliness of remote work. The dark side may be there sometimes, but you just got to remember to look on the bright side. Pretty cliche, right? There are things in your control. That's what you need to worry about. These perks for remote workers are pretty badass. It's not all terrible things. Again, the benefits of working remotely outweigh the negatives for employees and businesses. Therefore, it's time to make the change. If you want to change your careers into something that offers some of the freedoms I discussed here, then subscribe and stay tuned for how to build a high-paying career based on skills and not degrees. And I know there are people out there that went to college and they're using their degrees and they're happy with it. And I love that for you. But there's millions of people out there that haven't been to college. Maybe they can't afford college and they want a better life. I was one of them. So, one last thing. If you're creative looking to build a career in tech, check out my handbook. It's called the UX UI Designer's Guide. It's basically a guide of how I made it into UX UI design from scratch. Again, no related work history or college degree. You can start from zero, get into a design career. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's worth the squeeze. I'll link it in the description for anyone looking to jump into the design world who may not have that related education or work history. Thanks for listening. Hit that subscribe button and watch out for more flavorful little goodies from me, your bald friend, on how to change careers, be your own boss, and start without a college degree. You can do it.